Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a very different, raw, vulnerable kind of video that honestly I thought I was going to make at the end of 2019, and then the world had other plans, and now it feels as good a time as any to just be transparent about where I am in life. In 2019, right after the gifting event, just before the new year of 2020, I sat down and thought, man, I have accomplished way more than any realistic goal I ever thought I'd have on YouTube. And that was true. I never thought I'd get to 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I would get to 1 million views. I just did this as a hobby to give myself a reason to get out of bed when I wasn't teaching, because I'm on a 9-month year-to-year contract at Oklahoma State, and I only teach about 7 months out of the year, and I usually have 4-day weekends even during those 7 months, and so I have a lot of free time on my hands. And when you don't have kids, when you're not married, that can lead to loneliness, depression, a fear of self-worthiness that is the opposite of knowing that you have a purpose. And so I started this channel thinking I would never make a cent, hardly anybody would watch, but I just would make videos. When 2020 happened, of course, the pandemic happened, and suddenly, maybe because more people were home and playing the game than ever before, I had a record amount of crystal opening commentary submissions, and I didn't want to let people down. And then I was also homebound, even in pretty strict isolation for the next several months, which led me to first off, spring cleaning happened for the first time in 2020. So suddenly I had the spring cleaning offers in April to digest. Of course, we had the normal amount of daily offers, and then I blinked and I was just coming out of pandemic isolation during the July 4th sales that year, and then the semester started. You had Cyber Weekend. Then I thought, okay, 2021 will be the year I take a step back, surely. But then my channel hit its stride. Best year ever, by far, especially when it comes to submissions for videos and overall production of content. And when 2022 started, things have just felt a little different. Now, part of that's because my Battle Realm bestie, Katie Candy, who is a large reason why I play this game, walked away, other than our sometimes probably about twice a month incursion runs on Sunday nights for fun. And to be clear, I am sitting at a record amount of submissions right now. I have over 1,000 unread emails in my inbox, and I have at least 20 7.4 completion and exploration submissions as of this moment that I haven't looked at or touched, and then of course everything else backdated. I have more than enough things to do. But I'm also trying to protect my own mental health, and my channel is finally plateaued. You know, I thought this would happen 5 years ago, but March of 2022 is when, the subscribers have stopped, which is fine. Every normal YouTube channel experiences this. The views are down exponentially, and sometimes that's because of YouTube not seeing notifications. Maybe sometimes that's just because, who knows, maybe people think my content has grown stale. I've grown stale. There are going to be a lot of people who look at this video and think, oh, is he finally walking away? Thank God. I have hated him ever since he came into the community, and he brings nothing to the table but being Mr. Negative. Thankfully, I do believe, even though I know those people largely exist on Reddit, and I'm sure behind the scenes of nothing's more demoralizing than putting out gameplay and having a bunch of people tell you that you're a pathetic excuse for the community, or somebody shares a video in a line group because they're so excited that I reacted to their crystal opening, and somebody's like, you share a Prof Off video again and I'm gonna kick you from the chat. That adds up after a while, and now, as some of you got to see live or in the videos cut out, I have a great girlfriend who's very supportive. It's the best relationship and the healthiest relationship I've ever been in, which, yes, doesn't put the emphasis on this game as much. And I'm trying to figure out going forward, okay, what's a balance between doing YouTube casually, serving the community, but also not being overwhelmed or feeling as though I'm letting people down if I don't get as much content on the channel. And then when I do get as much content on the channel, if the views and the positive feedback's down by, let's say, 80%, then it's like, why am I even still doing this if nobody cares? But then I know that there are a special amount of people, maybe it's small, I don't know, who still do care, because I see you show up as regulars in my live streams, and I see you wish me happy birthday behind the scenes, and say very kind things about how my channel continues to give you a reason to play the game. That's the reason why my Crystal Opening Commentary series started, was so that I could give people a reason to clear content. Because maybe you're stuck, but you know if you complete Act 7, you can get your video on my channel, and I can breathe some life into that crystal opening for you, which is an honor to do so. And there's this like misperception that somehow that makes me a ton of money. The average crystal opening commentary video that I spend about 20 to 30 minutes on makes me between 50 cents and $5. And while 50 cents to $5 is 50 cents to $5, that's not negative money. I could make a lot more than that working at the Sonic 2 blocks away from my house. I don't do it for the money. I do it because I think it grows the community, and it's a healthy thing to do to have people excited to open crystals and clear content. It also is my answer to the haters who say I'm just here to take the game down. Well, if I praise Kabam when they deserve to be praised, and they have needed to be praised quite a bit this year, and really in the past 6 months especially, but also if I get excited for people to open crystals and I inspire other people to open crystals and to clear content, that's me telling you watching this right now, hey, don't walk away from the game. Push yourself to open that first 6-star. Push yourself to finally become Cavalier or Thronebreaker or even Uncollected for that matter. Like, don't give up. That's my message. That's the reason why I do this, you know? And I have to say thank you to everybody who's made my channel what it is. I'm at over 60,000 subscribers, even with the downtick. That's unbelievable. But the thing I'm most proud of is that my channel, which once upon a time was lucky as a whole channel to have 50,000 views, mostly from like 1 or 2 somewhat viral pizza review videos, now has over 50 million views. That's impossible for me to quantify or put into words. And when I tell a stranger that I'm on YouTube, they don't care. They actually think, they're like, oh, this guy, oh, so he's a loser. And then when I tell them I play a Marvel game, the respect goes down even more. But then when I say, yeah, my channel's grossed 50 million views, it's like a light bulb goes off. And suddenly they have at least an appropriate level of respect for me. Or it becomes, oh, well, I would never want to do that, but can I have the revenue that you have? Because I'd like that. It's always amazing to me how people will say all the time to me, well, Prof, if you're a YouTuber, anyone can be a YouTuber, which I agree with, by the way. But then they don't want to make videos every day or even every week. There is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to make a YouTube channel what it is. And my channel has thrived mainly because I've been able to do my best to stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning, which is part of the reason why I've hit a wall, to respond to messages. And I've had people say over the years, Prof, you should hire someone to respond. I don't believe in that. I don't believe that you should have somebody pretending to be me represent me. I think that's not genuine. And if I was somebody and found out that I wasn't really talking to the person I thought I was talking to, I would not support that channel. Which also reminds me, like, because I know there have been people watching this who hate me. YouTube is a free will enterprise. No one ever forces you to watch a video. One of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody comments on a video, gosh, why would anyone watch this? Well, you watched it apparently, and you commented on the video, so why did you care enough to do that? Like, if I'm not your cup of tea, great. Go somewhere else. There are so many amazing creators who have much better skills than I do, and probably much better hair. Well, actually, there's no probably about that. Who you can support. I'm going to support the people who are proud to get wrecked and do this casually. That's my niche. People who don't have millions of dollars to pretend to spend on this game and will admit that Kang wrecks them a lot more than they wreck Kang, which, again, maybe that's still just me. I don't know. Now that I have my first rank 4, I do feel a certain sense of accomplishment that I haven't before. I'm very happy with that. My first rank 3 is now my first rank 4. Yes, I took a lot of flack, mainly for putting Corvus at SIG 200, right? Because even people who supported this decision were like, why? I just want him at SIG 200 because I want him to have the highest rating possible of PI. And maybe it's not even a huge deal between SIG 1 and SIG 200, but it just means something to me. It means something now that there are max SIG crystals as 6 stars. Whenever I land on a Corvus, then I'm going to get that max SIG crystal. And that I've done everything in my power to make his rating, which now has boosted my prestige for the first time over 14,000, which I'm also proud of, to where it is, you know? I don't know what the future holds. This is the first time I sort of feel like what Tom Brady's retirement that wasn't retirement. This is the first time that I can stop and say I'm proud of what I've done, and if this is it, I'm happy with that. But at the same time, I don't want to just walk away completely. There are just going to be times this year that maybe I don't upload a video in a day, or maybe I'll only upload one. My brother's visiting at the end of April, and I'm not going to be able to broadcast for at least 2 to 3 days, and we're going to be on the road hitting up different landmarks in Kansas and Missouri and Oklahoma for, again, about 3 days. I'm going to visit my family in Texas and may not have access. Like I've just hit a point where, like, if people walk away from my channel because the content isn't there as much, I can't help that. But I did want to let you all know where I stand. I'm incredibly thankful for you. I'm even thankful for the people who in the comment section say they hate my channel but are still commenting, because actually that ironically helps the channel. But I am emotionally spent. And part of the reason why I didn't put any 7.4 gameplay out there like I usually do is I was just tired of being made fun of. I was just tired of having people comment, "Prof, you make me feel so much better about myself because you suck." I'm just done with that, you know? I don't make enough on YouTube to have people make their day by ruining mine. And you can say, "Prof, just don't listen to him." That's not fair. That's not how the human heart works, you know? That's just not how it is. It's not realistic. You can call me too sensitive or whatever, but I'm just not here for that. I'm just not. So that's where I stand. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, and maybe now is the time to show you're still out there. I don't know. I never say at the end of my videos, subscribe. You know how YouTube works. I'm not going to be the normal end. I'm just going to say something and end the video. I've resisted 98% of sponsors on my channel over the years because I don't want my videos to be long. And I don't want it to look like I'm here for money, because I'm not. I'm here for community. Not clicks, community. That's my motto then, and that's certainly my motto now. Anyhow, that's my important update. I don't know how I'm going to end this video, so I guess I'm just going to end it. Thank you for the support all these years. Again, I don't know what the future holds, but regardless of whether or not this is it, it's been a great ride and something that will always be one of the highlights of my life.